Hey everyone, in this video we'll go over TASKADE's new data filter feature for automations. This feature allows you to have more control as to when exactly your automations are triggered, allowing you to create some more precise workflows. So let's take a look at a quick example and see how these data filters work. So in this example, I will create two automations that utilize this new data filter. The first automation will help me bring in any email I receive from a specific email address into this inbox Gmail project, where I get a chance to review and update any task I may be receiving from a specific client. The second automation will help me move any task that I mark as completed on this inbox Gmail project after I edit it and review it, and then automatically move that task into the appropriate and customer specific project that I have here down below. So now let's take a look at how the automations are configured. They're actually very simple. If I head on over here to the automations tab, let's look first at the automation that's bringing in these customer emails from my Gmail as tasks into TASKADE. So as you can see, I am triggering this automation looking for any new email I receive from or in my Gmail inbox. Then this is where we're adding the new data filter. If I click here on the plus, you can find it under the control section, filter data. But once you select it, you'll see this only continue if text. And this is where you can configure those filters. So what I'm doing here is every time I receive a new email, I am looking at the sender's email. You also have other options as to look at or filter on, such as the sender's email, receiver's email, email subject, email body, and the email snippet, which is, I don't know how many characters, but it's like that first, I guess, part of the body of the email. I don't know how many characters or if it varies whether you use Gmail or another client, but the email snippet is just kind of the first few characters or words of the email body. So you can look at each of those different, I guess, values or data positions, and then you can select a condition. So you can say, so the sender email must contain this text before the automation proceeds. Or maybe you want to say something like does not contain. Maybe you want anything that does not contain a specific text. Maybe you want the email or the sender's email to exactly match the value that you're about to provide. You can also do a does not exactly match. It starts with, does not start with, ends with, or does not end with. For now, we'll just keep it as contains text. And then here at the value, I'm just adding average fellow, as I know that any email that I receive from this customer will have average fellow as part of the email address. So again, I'm looking at the sender's email and I'm asking TASKADE to ensure it has average fellow before it continues with this integration and brings in that email as a task. After that, it's just a simple action to add a task to the inbox Gmail project. In this case, I wanted to add it to the average fellow block as we are um, filtering out on emails from this specific customer. What I'm bringing in as the content of the task is the email snippet. Again, those first few words or characters of the email body. And then I want to place that at the start of the project. So that is the automation that's bringing in new emails as tasks. Next, let's look at the automation that I have for once I edit and complete a task on the inbox Gmail project that moves it into the customer specific project. And this one right here. And it's very simple. So once a task is completed in the inbox Gmail project, this is still loading, and specifically in the block average fellow. Not sure why this isn't loading, but okay, there it is. Then once I complete those tasks, then I'm simply asking TASKADE to move that task into the, again, I don't know why this is taking so long to load, but into the average fellow customer specific project. I don't have any blocks there, so I didn't select anything. And then the content, not sure why that says missing, but it's just the task ID basically, or the task content that I'm bringing in or moving as a new task. Okay, so that's how the automations are configured. Now let's go ahead and test it. So I'll pretend to be the customer sending an email in this case. So I'm asking, hey, um, please create or update the presentation with the latest features for this product version, and make sure to schedule a call. So I'm pretending the customer is sending this email to me. Once that happens, the first automation, meaning the automation that's looking for any new task from a specific email address, will kick in, and it'll bring in the email as a task to the inbox Gmail project. As you can see here, it's bringing a snippet of that email. So, hey, let's make sure we update the PowerPoint presentation with the latest features from version blah, blah, blah. Thanks. Okay, so at this point, I know I have a single kind of source or inbox where I can quickly look and see what emails have come in from specific clients. In this case, I can edit the task. So let's say I want to remove the first part that I don't need. So I just need to know that to update the PPT, latest features from this version, and schedule call to review these. So I know I need to update the presentation and schedule a call. So once I edit the task, I'm going to go ahead and complete it. That should trigger the second automation to move any task that I complete under the average fellow block into the customer specific project down here. So here is the task that we just brought over. So update PPT with the latest features, blah, blah, blah. So we know our automation is working as expected. So that was a very good example of seeing how we can use these data filters to look for emails from a specific sender, bring them over as tasks into TASKADE, then have a second automation to look only at specific tasks, and when those tasks are marked as completed, move them into different projects within TASKADE. So that part of the functionality works well, but I should mention, however, that I've tried looking at other components of an email, if you will. For example, I created this automation that, again, is looking for new emails, but this time, not sure why it's not loading here, but this time it looks at the, open another tab. This time it looks at the, again, it's not loading, not sure why, but I'm having issues when I'm looking at the subject of the email and giving it a value. There it is. So when I'm looking at the email subject, and I'm looking for a specific text value, for some reason I've run a bunch of tests and I have not gotten this functionality or this filter to work when it looks at the subject. I've also tried looking at the email body or the email snippet to look for specific text and then bring those specific emails as tasks into TASKADE. But again, I have not gotten that to work. The only thing that's worked for me so far is looking at the sender's email. So using a filter on the sender's email. I did raise a bug with TASKADE, so hopefully they'll fix that soon. But I just wanted to make you guys aware of that. But I have not gotten other components or other filters to work besides the sender's email with this Gmail integration. So there you have it, very quick video on the new data filter functionality within TASKADE. I know they also released this new functionality called AI Themes. I'm still testing it to see how it works, and as soon as I get a good handle on things, I'll make a video on this functionality as well. So anyways, please let me know how you're using the data filter down below. I'm really interested, and if it's working, if all the conditions are working for you with the Gmail integration, if you're able to filter on the email subject or email body, let me know, because it might just be an issue on my end. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.